Good morning to all of you tuning in over on Zoom land. I did pop in the chat if you want to join us on YouTube for the best experience. And as you can see here, I am able to pop up your questions, your comments, your reactions, all up on the screen so everybody can see those. But if that's not your cup of tea this morning, you're welcome to stay hanging out on Zoom because I'll be monitoring both. We got about 3 minutes till we are live on tape. So welcome everybody joining us. Again, look up in the chat window. I'm going to put that in the chat window one more time here. If you want to join us over in YouTube land, that would be awesome. Good morning, everyone. It is 11:03. Actually, 11:01. My timing is off today, so it is 11 o'clock nonetheless here on the East Coast. I'm dialing in from Ohio today. So those of you joining me over on YouTube, pop in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Those of you who are on Zoom, I got lots of loud and clear that you can hear and see everything. Let me just run through the rest. Peter is from the Netherlands this morning, so I think you guys are like 5 hours ahead, I believe. So it should be about 4 p.m. for you. But let me know where you're tuning in from, what time it is. Peter said, yep, it's 5 p.m. for him. Lucas from Sarasota. We got Christian, Joel, Lucas, Peter, Philip, Preston, Rosie squared. We got Stephanie and Yolanda. And Jennifer is joining us again. She was on last night. Thank you, Jennifer. She is from Dripping Springs, Texas. She was here last night, so she got a preview of all of the goodness that I'm going to be covering on this month's live stream. But let me know in the comments whether or not this is your first time catching a Growably live training and Q&A call, or whether or not you are a longtime guest. and viewer here on the Tech Tribe YouTube channel and Zoom. Philip said yes, he is a first timer. So welcome, Philip. We appreciate that. Yolanda is a first timer as well. Looks like we've got another first timer, Christian. Awesome. Let's see here. Make sure on my YouTube comments. Yep, we're good on the YouTube comments. So lots of first timers here today. So welcome to a October edition of the Growably monthly Q&A call. I'm sitting in for the illustrious leader Nigel. We both love orange so much. So much for him. His hair's colored orange. Everything here in my office, including my trusty water bottle, which I'm going to make heavy use of today. I've got that morning raspy voice thing going on. It is a rainy, cold autumn day here in the Midwest. So welcome, Protect from Romania. So welcome. Glad to have you. Always excited. As you know, if this is your first time with me, I am an edutainer. So this is going to be part-time education, part-time entertainment, because I'm all about having fun. We take ourselves a little too seriously sometimes, but I like to have fun every now and again, especially when I do live streams. So let me know also, if you are over on YouTube, if you could do me a favor, and right below this video, if you can go ahead and click the like button. We're trying to obviously game the YouTube algorithm and bump the Tech Tribe YouTube channel up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get alerted to all of ahead of time. You'll get the alerts ahead of time when we're going to be live next. So you'll get that. And every time Nigel puts out a video, you'll get notifications. So those of you who are over on Zoom and want to join us on YouTube, if you scroll up in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat one more time. For the best experience, in my humble opinion, and from previous viewers letting us know the experience is a little bit better over in YouTube land. So I just put that in the chat. Doesn't matter where you're going to be joining. I've got the chat windows up for YouTube and Zoom. There's a preference is yours. We don't force anything on you here. Anyway, so the welcome to everyone this morning. We're going to go a little bit of rapid fire through a few things. But if you've not ever joined one of these calls today, one of the things I like to do is go through the agenda of what these calls are all about, what we're going to be talking about today, so that you're able to get a preview of all of the cool stuff that is coming your way. So while I go through the agenda, let me know in the comments whether or not you have jumped in and to Growably, whether or not you have access to it and are using it. And if you're stuck on something, also let me know. That's what these calls are all about. So if you have a question, if you want to go ahead and put the letter Q in front of it, that way I can just look down through the chat and make sure that I don't miss any of your important questions. That way I can flag those, and if you're on YouTube, I can pop those up on the screen so that everybody on Zoom is able to see those as well. So let's go through the agenda. And again, just go ahead and put that in the comments right now as I go through the agenda. Right now, we're going to cover the latest news. As you may or may not know, Growably is actually not a Tech Tribe CRM platform. It is actually run by High Level CRM, or Go High Level. And Nigel has graciously sacrificed himself to be able to provide this tool absolutely free to all Tech Tribe members. It has been a labor of love over the last, it's going on 9 months. It's like having a baby, and it's been pretty much that being the case. There have been some growth pains, some labor pains as we get everything rolled out for you. But what we're going to cover in the latest news is just anything that has come out that is pertinent to you folks over in the high-level space since our last Q&A call. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple things that are pretty cool features. And I do have some big news. You're going to be able to see a sneak peek of the new campaign that is going to be rolling out inside your Growably accounts in the next 5 to 7 days. So Jennifer got a preview last night. I'm going to talk about some of the features, how to get that set up. So again, if you have questions, put those in the chat as we go. So I'll try to answer those as we go, but I always try to leave time at the end for our designated Q&A time. So, all right. So let me know, like I said, in the chat, if you're just jumping on the call, let me know if you have access to Growably inside of your Tech Tribe membership, whether or not you've kind of gotten around and kicked the tires a little bit on the Growably. But let me know in the comments. I like to see who's using it and what questions or things that somebody might be stuck on. All right. So before we get to that, I do have a little bit of a downer news. You may have seen my post yesterday. Our illustrious non-official Tech Tribe mascot, Zara, which is Nigel's pup, is not doing well. I posted this on the tribal forums yesterday. I wanted everybody to be able to just pop on there after the show. Just look up in the tribal forum and give Nigel some good vibes and love. If you're a pet owner, you know what I'm talking about. Our pets are a part of our life. A very emotional experience for him and his family right now. And I just wanted to do what we do best as Tech Tribe members, and that is encourage each other and build each other up. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat as well, the link straight to that post. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on YouTube and over on Zoom. That will take you straight to the tribal forum where you can pass along your good vibes to Nigel and the family. So last I heard his update yesterday, the pup is still in ICU. So hopefully things turn out for the best. Hopefully they get that figured out. But anyway, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. So we do what we do best is encourage each other and support each other. All right, so let's talk about some latest news from Growably. And one of the features, a couple of the features that have come out in the last month or so. So welcome to John from the OH. I am also in Ohio, John. He's a newbie to the Tech Tribe and Growably. Welcome to the show. We appreciate having you here today. So let's talk about some of the updates. So I'm going to switch screens here so that I can kind of show you some of those things that have come out. If you're not aware, the functionality inside of Growably allows you to have your own blog. So let me go ahead and turn on my handy dandy mouse pointer thingy. See if I can get this working here. That way you can follow along and follow my mouse as I point to things inside the Growably screen. So, okay, we're cooking with gas now. Okay, so if you go down to sites, and there is a new function in here called blogs. So you have the ability to write blog articles and have a blog website in addition to your current blog site if you wanted to, or if you wanted to move your blog over to Growably, you have that full functionality available to you. But one of the features that they've updated is the ability to be able to edit posts. I'm going to go into like one of the posts that Nigel, we did a test post. So as you can see, it is a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. But you have the ability to go in and edit the publish time and be able to put things back in draft mode. That was one of the things that they added. You have the ability to add categories, update the SEO, add keywords, author. So this was some of the functionality that they've added since last month. So welcome addition to those things. And again, just categories. You can add new categories if you wanted to and add the different authors to the blog site. So that was one of the updates. Another one of the updates was the ability to schedule an email based upon tags. And if you go to marketing, and then we go up to emails and then campaigns, one of the things that they've added is the ability to be able to send this campaign out to people who have a specific tag. So if I go down to recipients here, one of the things they've added is the ability to send this campaign out to anybody with a specific tag. That was missing from the first release. So I thought that was a very welcome addition this month to the Growably platform. So Rosie has a question over on Zoom. She said, does this blog work with current websites, i.e. WordPress? There is a WordPress plugin called Lead Connector, by the way. So if you go to your WordPress admin side, go to plugins and look up Lead Connector and download that into your WordPress, that will publish to the pages on your current WordPress site. So yes, Rosie, you have the ability to use your current website, but all of your blog articles can actually be run out of Growably, and you can do lots of cool things inside there as well. So great question. Thank you for asking that. But again, if you have questions as we go along, either put those in the chat if you're on Zoom or YouTube, or the Q&A section over on Zoom. I'm going to be monitoring all three, so bear with me as we roll through. So those were two of the updates that have been added. And then another one of the updates, again, back under marketing. How many of you are using a social posting tool like Hootsuite, Publer, something like that to post your social media campaigns each month? Let me know if you're using one right now and what that solution is. I'm always curious to see what people are using right now. That gives me a point of reference to show you maybe some of the differences between what you're using now and what you have absolutely free inside of your Growably account. So go ahead and put those in the chat. That way, again, I like to see, there's some of them we heard last night. I wasn't even able to pull those up while we were live, but I hadn't heard of them before. So very cool stuff. We got Joel is using Story Chief and Social Bee. So I haven't heard of either one of those. Let me know how that's working out for you, Joel, as well. Rosie is using So Amplify, which is a UK-based company. So again, both of those I had never heard of. But you do have the ability to do your social posting right inside of Growably, which is pretty cool. So to enable that, you just go to, again, same thing. If you go to Marketing, and then you go to Social Planner, the two updates this month is the new Facebook page experience and Twitter. They've added Twitter this month. That was a big requested item. But one of the things that I would like for you to vote on, and I'm going to put this in the chat window right now as well, is the ability to upload in bulk. That is a missing feature currently at high level in the bulk upload feature. So I'm going to put this in the chat. So go over to ideas.gohighlevel.com and be sure to upvote that. So right now it's showing in progress. So I just put that in the YouTube channel and over on Zoom. Right now it's showing in progress, but the ability to bulk upload the posts so that you can do all your social posting in one fell swoop. You'll be able to use the CSV files that Nigel provides in the marketing packs, but we're hoping to get a little bit tighter integration so we can just push that out to everybody's account. So that will be coming in the future as well. But be sure to click on the link that I just put in there, which is ideas.gohighlevel.com. And it'll take you to the CSV upload, and be sure to upvote while you're there. We want to drive this further up the development schedule over at High Level so we can get this released for you awesome folks, because that is one of the features that is terribly missing currently from High Level. So those are pretty much the updates for this month from High Level that affect most of the updates that they've pushed out a lot that really affect the back end things for us, being able to roll out certain features and speed improvements and stuff like that, stability improvements. But these were the ones that have rolled out that are pertinent to what you'll be doing right now on Growably. So Hillary's using Hootsuite. See how to catch any more. So Hootsuite seemed to be a popular one. Publer was another one. But again, you have access to all of those right inside of your Growably account. So go into Social Planner. You can connect all of your social media accounts, your Google My Business, your LinkedIn, personal and business pages, and Instagram as well. So you might want to get in and just kind of test that out and see what you like, what you don't like, and give feedback over on the tribal forum so that we can push these things up the development ladder inside of high level. So, okay, that's it for latest news. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's see if I have my drum roll button. Don't think I do. I need a drum roll button. Anyway, so let's talk about a new campaign that you're going to be getting access to. If you've not caught any previous, got lots of new folks on the call today. We actually talked about this a few months ago, but it's been kind of stalled in development because we've broken the high-level API hundreds of times over the last couple months. But as I mentioned, it has been a labor of love, getting these things rolled out, learning the pain points, doing automation. So it's taken a little more time than we've wanted to get campaigns rolled out for you. But I'm happy to say that you're going to get the first campaign rolled out in the next 5 to 7 days. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is, what is included, and go through some of the basic setup that you'll have to do, which isn't very much in my honest opinion, to get this campaign rolling for you and to be able to develop a marketing system. I'm all about systems and process. So the campaign that we're going to be rolling out is the 7 common mistakes most small businesses make with cybersecurity. And I'm excited about this because it is a way of getting lead generation in a way that allows people to kind of just baseline checklist. It's a cheat sheet that will show them, hey, if you do these 7 things, these are the most common mistakes. This will go a long way with solidifying your cybersecurity solution for your company. So let's talk about what you're going to get. And there is a whole campaign blueprint, and I'm going to cover this. I'm going to flip over so I can show you all of the stuff in Canva. Because the great news is you're going to have access to all of the source files in Canva. All of the landing pages are going to be done for you. The actual lead magnet itself will be done for you inside of Canva. And we have a email campaign of 9 emails that will go out in sequence with a workflow behind it, automatically done for you. And I'm super excited about what we've got to show you today. So what you're going to get first off is ads to be able to run. If you're doing Google ads, LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, we're going to give you the graphic templates. Let me switch over to Canva so I can show you what these look like. Just give me a moment to switch screens here. All right, so inside of Canva, you're going to get the source files for the lead magnet. So this will be the PDF file that people will download. So this is the deliverable that you'll be giving out to people. So I want to cover that first. So you'll get all of the source code. So you can manipulate, change what you need to change on this page. Let me zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, all of this text is fully customizable by you inside of Canva, all done for you. So just swap out Nigel's awesome face in there with your own information, your own logo, all of this completely done for you. And this image here has actually been licensed for you as well. That is a premium feature inside of Canva, but that image has been fully licensed for your use, and you have full access to that. So that is the actual PDF itself. So you're going to get the social media or ad templates. So this is a square banner that is 1080 by 1080. And again, you have everything is fully customizable for you. So when you get your PDF done, you'll want to drop that with, see, this one has Nigel's face on it down here. So you want to swap out your logo, swap out this image with one of your own. How many of you have actually used Canva? I'm curious to see who's using Canva, who are our Canva fans, because I absolutely love Canva. Everything you're seeing today as far as graphics, the presentation, the slides, that is all done in Canva. I am a solid Canva fan. Everything I do, I haven't touched PowerPoint in probably 2 years. Because I create everything in Canva. Lucas is a Canva fan, so yes. Richard, is this webinar recorded? It is. What is awesome, if you pop over to the YouTube channel, as soon as we go off the air, the broadcast will be available to you. And we're going to post the links to these videos up on the tribal forums as well. So thank you, Richard, for that question. I know you folks are probably busy running businesses as well. But we may do another follow-up video to this just to do some additional Q&A as we roll this out with any questions that you folks will have. So that is the lead magnet itself. That is the banner. So you're going to get a square banner and a vertical banner. That way, this one's 300 by 600. So again, you can use these as images on your website, images on your blog. If you go to the tribal forums, you'll see Nigel does that a lot. Let me go over to the tribal forum real quick. If you go to the tribal library, I definitely encourage you to see how he has these images over here. So those are the different lead magnets. So I encourage you to take these source files, use them as images on your website, use them as social media posts, use them as ads, but you've got both formats. Make them your own, customize the text, do whatever you want to do with these. But it is 95% done for you. And I am super excited to be able to have this rolled out for all of you great folks, because if I had stuff like this completely done for you, man, I just think about when I was running my MSP, how much further I could have gone if I didn't have to create all the content. So you folks have a huge leg up. Versus where I was at a little while ago, 10 years. I've been out of the business it'd be 8 years ago this year I sold my MSP. So anyway, so that's what you get. That is the ads or social posts that you can use. The next thing I want to talk about is the landing pages. So all of these are done for you already inside of Growably. So I'm going to switch back over to my screen so I can show you what these will look like inside of your Growably account. Let's see here. Let me go back to our Growably window. There we go. So where that is going to be is in Sites. So if you click on Sites, I believe the naming convention may change. And Nigel's putting a little bit, couple tweaks on this as we roll it out, but so it might be a little bit different. So inside the Tech Tribe 7 Cyber Mistakes campaign, you have an opt-in page, a thank you page, and a calendar page automatically built for you. So I'm going to go ahead and into the opt-in page, and you're going to see why I recommended that you change the graphics and go into Canva first, because you're going to want to take the images for the lead magnet, save those out as image files, PNG, JPEGs, whatever you want to, whatever is best for you. And then you're going to come back in here and you're going to pop those images over here. So again, as you can see, this one has the tribal branding on it. And I believe we did leave that for you. I believe in the, yeah, we'll make sure that you get there is a graphic to be able to, there it is. So this is your landing page graphic. So this is where you can drop those two images and then go ahead and save this out. And then you're going to be able to use that over here on your landing pages. So you're just going to swap this image out for yours, change any text if you so want to. And then when they go to click this button to download your cheat sheet, this form is automatically going to be built inside of Growably for you, where they can just give their first name and email address and get instant access to that resource. So what that will look like, I'm not going to fill out the form, So if we go back here, that is going to take them to this thank you page. And on the thank you page, again, swap out this graphic for yours. And when they download this cheat sheet, that is actually going to pop up the PDF file. So remember the lead magnet here? You're going to want to save that as a PDF file, upload that to Growably, wherever you want, whatever. If you have another resource that you want to pull from, but I definitely recommend putting that inside of Growably because it is super fast. But when they click download their cheat sheet, they'll be able to get that resource, and it will also send them out an email as well with a link to that resource as well. And we'll get to those in a minute. So they can also book a free strategy session down here. So if they like what they see so far, they can actually click book my strategy session and come to this page where I recommend having a couple testimonials. You're going to want to put your images in here and also embed your calendar. How many of you are using a calendar solution right now? I know most folks probably are. Let me know what calendar solution that you're using right now, whether that's Calendly, Bookings, Acuity, whether you're on Zoom or YouTube. Let me know in the comments real quick here before I roll on. I'm going to take a quick drink so I can wait for those comments to come in. I was using Canva or Calendly before, but you do have the functionality built right inside of Growably with a full calendaring solution. This one right here is actually showing a calendar embedded from Growably, but you can also put in your Calendly or Bookings. If you're able to embed that in the page, you can replace this with that. So let me go back here into that funnel step. So you do have calendars inside of Growably. So if you might want to toy with that. I was able to save $129 a year from the Calendly Pro account by using the one that's already built into high level. So anyway, so that is the 7 cyber mistakes landing pages. So you'll get all 3 of those landing pages will show up fully customizable by you. So step 1 would be editing the graphics. Step 2 would be coming into the landing pages, editing all of these 3 pages to fit your needs. Man, I got no takers over on the calendar solution. Let me know if we've dropped out. I've got no comments on YouTube or in Zoom, but I know people are using a calendar solution, but I'm curious to see what people are using. So again, I have a point of reference. So thank you, Joel. He said, calendar hero. Preston is using Time Zest, so good. We're still, everybody's still awake. I know, like I said, it's 11:30, close to lunchtime here on the East Coast, and you're probably at the end of your day if those of you over in Europe. So a few people using calendar solutions. So definitely want to check that out and see if whether or not the Growably calendar function can possibly replace one of the ones you're using already. So that you can save yourself a little bit of cash, because it is all about saving cash and saving cash. So Philip just started using Calendly, so definitely want to check out the free resource you have here. Absolutely free, Philip. And if you've got any questions on the calendar, post those in the Tech Tribe forums or bring them to the call we have next month. Always happy to answer questions. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. And so that's your 3 calendar pages. So again, first thing you're going to do is edit the Canva files. And then come back over in here and edit all 3 of your pages with your calendar link. And then the next thing we're going to talk about that you're going to get included is going to be the actual emails themselves. We have an entire email workflow built out for you inside of Growably. So you're not going to have to write all these emails from scratch. These are all going to be provided for you. So I'm going to come over here into automation. So I'm going to show you what the actual workflow looks like. So your automation in here will be the 7 cyber mistakes campaign. And then you have 2 different workflows. You've got one for the actual cheat sheet itself. And then there's also a separate workflow that will kick off if somebody books time on your calendar using an inbuilt calendar inside of Growably. Or you can also link this so that if you're using another solution, it can kick this workflow off as well. So let's go into this first one, which is actually the workflow of the cheat sheet itself. So inside of here, this is, if you're familiar, how many of you are using a CRM tool right now as well? And which one are you using? That way, again, point of reference. So I can, if you're familiar with a lot of the functions inside of a workflow or automation part of whether it's Infusionsoft / Keep or something else, again, just point of reference. Peter's using Keep and Infusionsoft. So good. So you have a basis of to know what workflows are, what they look like. I haven't used ConnectWise Manage, but I'm sure that there's automation built in there as well. I forget what those workflow rules was what it was in ConnectWise when I was using it. But anyway, so what's going to happen is when somebody fills out that form, it is actually going, in this form is the 7 cyber mistakes opt-in form, which is going to come across with your full campaign. It is going to add the 7 cyber mistakes cheat sheet tag to them. So they'll get tagged with that. And then it's going to kick off an email sequence. So it's going to kick off a thank you email. And as you can see here, this is already done using a template. So I'll show you where all of those templates are in a minute. And as you can see, we build them all out for you. So that's where this will fire off that first email. And then it's going to wait 2 days. And again, you can change these, but I think 2 days, it seems to work really well for me. And then it's going to kick off that second email, which again is a template. So that's a FAQ email. Then it's going to wait 2 days, send out a process email. So as you can see, we've got a 9-step sequence for you so that it will automatically go through, send these emails every 2 days. And then all the way at the end, it's actually going to pull them out of that workflow. And then there is a task for you to add them to your long-term nurture campaign. And that might be a newsletter list or just like monthly tech tips or weekly tech tips. But you can set up an automation so it will add them to another campaign at the end of this as well. So this, again, is fully customizable, but it is all done for you. So that is the workflow for the actual cheat sheet. And then inside the appointment reminder workflow, it's the same thing. When the appointment is booked, it's going to add an appointment booked tab. And then it's going to remove them from that 7 cyber mistakes campaign. So if they book an appointment with you, what is cool about that, if they book an appointment with you, it will actually stop all of the rest of the emails. So if they get to the 3rd email, let's say, and then they click on and book appointment on your calendar using one of the links in the email, it will actually pull them out of that sequence and stop sending all the rest of the emails. Because the whole point of this campaign is to get them to book time on your calendar. That is what we're going for. How to get a meeting, how to get a conversation started. And that's how we're going to do it, is through the use of lead magnets, which is a simple cheat sheet in this case. So those workflows, again, are going to be built out for you automatically. And then the last thing you get, I'm going to pop over so I can show you where the actual emails are. So that is step 1, obviously, edit the files in Canva. Step 2 is going to be edit your landing pages. Step 3 is going to be coming inside of marketing. So if you come to marketing and then go to emails, and then go to templates. And then we have those again. All of the email templates for the Tech Tribe 7 Cyber Mistakes campaign are built nicely right inside of here for you. So the other step you're going to want to take is to come in here and edit anything that is pertinent. We try to use a little convention with the the red sirens to be able to change where you'll need to change things inside of the email itself. So you can come in here, change this text one time, and save that as a template. And any place that you use this inside of any of your campaigns, but specifically this one, it will make all those updates for you. So that's the last step that you're going to want to do, is come through all of these emails and go through and edit the parts that are pertinent to you. So you may want to change some of the text here. You might want to. The challenge Nigel and I have had is really making this so that the text is universal. We have a global audience, global clients, and it is really difficult to try to write things in a way that makes sense in a lot of markets. So you definitely want to get in here. Again, we've got 95% of the work done for you, but you'll definitely want to go in here, edit anything that is specific to you. You may not offer a free dark web scan. So go ahead and replace that with whatever you're offering as a free, no risk, no obligation consultation. Your calendar link, that can be in here as well. So you definitely want to update that. So that'll be the last step, is to go through all these emails. And again, as you can see, there's not a lot you're going to need to edit. But go through all of the emails, change out the parts for you, and then all of your emails are done. The workflow is built for you. Everything is absolutely done for you. There's all of the components of a campaign. All of that done for you. So any questions on this this part, if you want me to go back and show you anything? So good morning to Jeff. He's joining us. He jumped on. Put that back up there. Jeff, he went overtime. He was with us last night as well. So good morning, Jeff. And Jeff is a rock star and has been using Growably since the beginning. As soon as he got access to it, he started making edits. He's actually set up his own landing pages, his own lead magnets. But I'm finally happy to release this campaign to you, Jeff, to make your life a little bit easier as well. So definitely, if you have questions too and might want to get ideas, Jeff Bolden is one of those folks who is an absolute go-giver. And I appreciate everything that you do inside the tribe as well. So yes, I don't think it's a stretch. You've jumped in and got things done, my friend. And he's actually gotten leads already by implementing some of the tools that are available inside of Growably. He's jumped in and got things done. And that's what I want to talk about right now. We try to, I think Jeff was one of our first winners. I like to give shout outs to members that are taking action. So those of you who are on the call today, and this is your first call, and maybe you're just getting started with Growably, you might end up on one of these calls in our member shout out section. And where Nigel and I are going to make a concerted effort, Nigel and Javier and Kevin Sitma, to recognize people inside the tribe that are actually taking action, getting things done, and also those of you who are getting things done, and more importantly, like Jeff, be like Jeff, who actually shares his experiences, good, bad, and ugly, but he shares what he's learned and the things that he's implementing with the rest of the tribe. And I like to recognize the folks that are doing awesome things like that. This month, one of our folks that I wanted to recognize was Tyler Saylor. Tyler posted this last Friday. He actually started a topic and then gave us an update. He said, I decided to take the plunge and move our primary web presence over to Growably with the help of an intern. So +1, again, for getting an intern involved in delegation. So Tyler, if you're on the call, let me know, pop up in the chat. Let me know you're here, whether you're on YouTube or Zoom. But we're going to give Tyler some recognition, not just on this call, but Tyler's going to get some sweet free swag from the Tech Tribe merch store. So look for that. And if you aren't familiar and didn't know that the Tech Tribe has a merch store, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the comments over on Zoom and YouTube. But Tyler's going to get himself a gift card to the Tech Tribe merch store. So congratulations, Tyler, on that. If you happen to want to support and show your Tech Tribe support, grab some swag of your own, like this sweet Tech Tribe T-shirt, and post on social. Let us know you're supporting the tribe, grabbing some swag. But who knows? You could end up with your own free swag by taking action and jumping in there and getting stuff done. So that was our first member shout out. Our second member shout out is to Jesse Sims. And I wanted to, again, give him a shout out because he jumped in there and started his first newsletter. He said, I feel like I got to win. I can send newsletters consistently now because I don't have the burden of creating all the content. So how many of you are actually sending newsletters right now on a regular basis? And it's okay if you're not. If you're not, I wanted to show you some of the resources you have access to that some people may not even know that are there. But put in the comments whether you're on Zoom or on YouTube. Let me know if you're sending a newsletter right now, or if you would like to start sending a newsletter, because I'm going to show you what you have access to that'll make that life absolutely so much easier. Joel said he's just started with the resources from the tribe. So I'm going to shoot over to and show you where to find those, all of the goodies that you guys get on a monthly basis. And again, man, if I tell you, if I had access to some of the stuff you folks have access to, anyway, so if you go into the tribal dashboard and you come down here to marketing packs, and if I go into marketing packs, every single month you get a brand new marketing pack of completely done for you content. And we're going to be releasing some of this content and automating the release of this as much as possible for you folks to, again, take this content, automatically create the workflows and things inside of Growably for you so you can actually execute faster. So inside of your marketing packs, you have an absolute metric ton of content to be able to use every single month. So I'm going to give you for instance, you can pull all this, download it all in a zip file, but you have a premium printed newsletter. You have blog posts already done for you. You have nurture email sequence, which again, those are the things we're going to try to build into Growably. You have a monthly newsletter. You have social media videos, social media posts, and this is where we were talking about the CSV import. We want to be able to do this so it imports straight into Growably for you. You have newsletter templates all done for you. You have newsletter templates, our legacy newsletter templates, and all of this is provided by Matt from Tech Marketing Engine. So how many of you are actually using some of the resources that you get in the marketing packs, and which resources are you currently using? But definitely want to jump in there, Joel, to be able to start using those things. The newsletter is the easiest thing to start with, that and the social media posts, in my opinion. But just build a system, build a repeatable checklist, either in your PSA tool or ClickUp or whatever you're using as a reminder to go in and actually execute those systems every single month. But the campaign that we just released, we're going to be releasing this week, is going to make, again, going to make that much easier for you to be able to actually execute and put systems in place every single month. Because once this marketing system is in place, you don't have to go back and change anything. You just run the ads, put the social media posts leading back to those lead magnets. All of that is going to be done for you. So Joel says right now I'm scheduling out every single bit of those monthly resources. So good for you, Joel. Yeah, keep taking action, my friend, and post in the tribe and let us know your success. Post what things you might get stuck on or what advice you would like from the tribe as well. We're all about giving back to each other so that we can all be successful. A rising tide raises all boats. That's what we're all about, is getting things done. And remember, just get version 1 done. You can always improve on it. But getting 0 plus 0 equals 0 at the end of the day. So work on implementing those things, and I promise you, things will start to click, and you won't have to. Once you get the systems in place, that'll make things much, much easier. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get to Q&A time. We have a 10 till noon right now. So let me know what questions that you have regarding Growably, regarding marketing. I've been in the IT industry for 30 plus years, so if there's any questions that I might be able to answer for you, I'm happy to do that. But I wanted to make a little bit of time for us to be able to do some Q&A at the end of this call. But if there's resources and things that you want me to go back through in here, let me know. I did want to cover one other thing. I'm going to go back in here while we're doing that. So we talked about the lead connector WordPress plugin. So that'll be able to connect your current WordPress site if you have one. Zapier, there is also a Zapier integration. So if you want to connect Zapier with maybe your PSA tool, there is a lead connector integration for that. And then there's also a lead connector app for your mobile phone, Android and iOS. So you definitely, again, those are things that I would implement quickly to be able to get those things up and running. But again, this is open Q&A time, so throw out any questions that you have that I might be able to answer. One of them that came up in the tribe the other day was, can I transfer my WordPress site to Growably? There is no plugin or anything to automatically do that. So unfortunately, there is nothing automated to be able to do that at this moment. But if that is something that you would like, go over to ideas.gohighlevel.com and put that in there, the ability to a migration tool. There might actually be one. Let me go over there right now and see if we can find that. But again, if you have questions on anything I've covered today, you want me to go back through it, let me know. I'm happy to do that. But I'm going to go over here and see if that is actually on the roadmap. So WordPress migration. It looks like there are. There is one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat as well. I think that's pretty cool. There is a new UI for WordPress creation and migration flow, and migration of WordPress instance without the use of an all-in-one plugin. So all I did was just do a search for WordPress migration, and that landed me on this page here. So again, ideas.gohighlevel.com will definitely get you started there. Let's see. Hillary said, is there a video to help me get started with Growably? Just want the first steps to getting set up, please. Yes, happy to show you that. I'm going to go back into Growably. So if you're in Growably, Hillary, down here inside of Growably training, if I click on Growably training, we're going to be revamping this as well. That is on a roadmap internally. But these are all of the setup steps for how to get Growably started. So under the Getting Started series, there are 12 different articles on things to be able to get set up. I'm going to cover this too. One of them is the live chat widget, which is super easy and super powerful. Jeff Bolden can attest to that. Again, if you have the WordPress plugin, it makes it super easy. So again, and Hillary, just again, go to the Growably training, and that'll get you started with getting everything set up. So this is all of the different functions inside of High Level, how to get everything set up there. But while I'm in there, just talking about features, One of the things that you have available too, and I definitely recommend get on your WordPress site or your website and up as immediately if you can. Takes about 10 minutes. Took me 10 minutes. So if you go down to sites and then I come up here to chat widget, you have a chat widget that is fully customizable with your branding, your colors. Everything is fully customizable for your business. And it takes about 10 minutes to set up. So you can either get the code if you have a WordPress, if you don't have a WordPress site, or you can get it for WordPress using the lead connector, and it will automatically put that on your website. But that is definitely worth taking 10 minutes out to be able to get that set up and get it up on your website, because those leads that pop up in that chat bubble go straight into Growably. And if you have the lead connector app on your phone, you will get immediate notification that those folks have requested information and follow up, which is pretty awesome. So great question. Thank you so much, Hillary. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. I'm going to look through the chat again to see if there's any other questions. Happy to answer any questions about anything today. But yeah, excited about the campaign. So let's see. Joel said, I would love a tribe infographic for the process of creating a campaign from scratch, when to turn a site into a funnel, what the heck is a pipeline, and a cheat sheet for where all the forms and their values live to edit. So that is a great feedback. So thank you, Joel. I'm actually going to copy and paste this into a to-do list or a reference. Just give me a second here. I'm going to pop open a note right now so I can paste that one in there. That is a good suggestion. That's what we're trying to come up with, the easiest way to get implementation done. So give me a second to pop up my notes here. But yeah, that is a great one, Jeff. Thank you so much for asking that. So any other questions, please put in the chat. Happy to answer any questions right now. Yeah, great question. So thank you, Jennifer, for hanging out with us as well. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to join us. Thank you, John Ritchie, OH. Appreciate you having you on the call as well. And those of you who are still hanging out at the end, Cody, Hillary, Joel, Luke, Philip, Preston, Hillary, you are welcome. Thank you for showing up and hanging out with us. But we've got a lot in store for you folks. We're just getting started on what we're going to be rolling out. So, Jeff, thank you for showing up. We appreciate everything that you do. Taking the tribe to the next level is what our mission is, and it all comes from great folks like you. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Those of you, this is your first time joining us, thank you. Those of you who might be watching this on the replay, thank you. And again, if there's format changes, if there's any things you want us to add to these calls, please put that in the forum. Let me know. Reach out to me on the tribal forums. Tag me in posts. If you have questions or if there's anything I can help you with, I'd be more than happy to do that. But that's it for me. Thank you again. If those of you joining us for the first time, we try to do 2 of these calls every single month. So we typically do one on a Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we did one last night. And then we also try to do one on Thursdays at 11 a.m. So that we get as many time zones as we possibly can so that you folks are able to attend live. So thanks again for hanging out with me. I'm going to sign off for today. I'll see you inside the tribal forums, and please let Nigel know that you're thinking about him and Zara and the family, because I think he needs a little pick me up right now, because it's kind of a bummer when our pets get sick. So, all right, stay safe, and I will see you on next month's broadcast. Peace.